Okay, part two. I left off on my work ethic. Um, I never minded working. I never minded having a job. Sort of kept me busy. I remember being young, 10 years old, fifth grade. I did lawn work and I did all the stuff productive kids did. I did everything but a newspaper. I didn't want to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. A friend of mine had a newspaper route and the money was steady, but his hours were erratic and he was always tired at school and eventually he had to quit because he just couldn't keep up or whatever the reason. But I switched out the microphone so you can hear me more clearly. Just the same, um, 18 and productivity. By the time I turned 12, I was washing dishes at a local restaurant. I kept my own money, provided my own clothing. My family life at the age of 12 was, well, it was Utah. It was typical Utah. We didn't turn into Mormons, but you couldn't swing a dead anything without hitting one. I guarantee it. There's a restricted fascist community, and it dawned on me after I left. I thought, if I was going to raise my kids, there's just no great place to raise kids. You run one end of the extreme or the other. You can hang out with Catholics and they'll all go to confession and admit they did it, and be a Mormon and be in denial about doing it, or I don't know. I think somehow growing up the way I grew up with a lot of religion in my life, a lot of it more voluntary than family, it got to the point where I was just going by myself. But then by this time I was actually old enough to begin reading the Bible. I found a lot of things in the Bible that were uh, contradictory on themselves. I found lines and passages, and I would approach the alderman. By this point, I was old enough to be a witness. Ask people. I would talk to the aldermans about my questions. I went to Bible study and book study. I had lots of questions for everybody, and after a while, they stopped giving me answers because I think my questions sometimes became more complex than they could handle. So I began studying my own religion, and I think I got lost in it. And I can tell you where I got lost. Uh, one of them, one of them was love, uh, and the other was Jesus. And I'm just going to say it. So I didn't necessarily walk away from religion. I decided to try not satanic rituals, but agnosticism, perhaps. I didn't stop praying every day, but I wasn't sure who I was praying to anymore. By the time I was 20, I pretty much stopped praying altogether. And then around 21, I think I started back up again. I've had a lot of questions and a lot of issues in my life, and a lot of problems, and a lot of pluses. I've had a great time here in America. I never really understood what it meant. Of course, my school was a public school, therefore, I got the public training that said you will go to work for corporations and companies. We'll find out what you're good at early. We'll send you down that path, which, of course, they never did. And that's the path and career you'll enjoy for the rest of your life. By the time I got to high school, it was forestry service. I didn't want to be in the forestry service. Anyway, work ethic. I've always had a job. Always liked having the extra money. Always liked being responsible. Sometimes through my life, I wigged out. that's a video for another time. I'm going to keep this up until I get all of it out of me, and eventually I'll say it all, and then I'll feel healthy and move on with my life. I hope. Just the same, I can only remember a couple of spans of time when I was without a job intentionally. And it all came as a result of other influences, things I needed to change, school, times, um, career changes, moving. You move a lot when you're young in America. I think just about everyone does, unless they have a guaranteed job and a certain amount of uh, guarantee in their life. All of America right now, we're all working overtime. I came off of 2 months of what I want to say 70-hour weeks to end up with almost a week of virtually nothing to do, a couple of small spatterings of stuff to handle here and there. Other than that, my schedule's been wide open. So I want to take advantage of this time, and the reason I've been away so long from the Citizen Patriot to here is uh, in order to explain to people who you are, or to ask people to help you do something. Sometimes they want to know a little something about you. And that's the point of these videos. I was going to do them under Wicked Thinker, but I really do think that maybe if I just approach you as me, and you approach me as you, all of us can get to know each other. I'm not looking to lead people. I'm seeking to bring us all together. Now, my work ethic, the last year, I spent really studying government and looking out at what they were doing and reinstituting my knowledge of the Constitution and going back and reading things and changing things, in my life to reflect those things. And seeing that I've been screwing up, I've been goofing off, I've been irresponsible, I've been a dad, and I've been responsible there, and I had a family, and we sort of grew apart. I think it happens to a lot of couples. A lot of people say you're unstable when you're divorced, and I think we just sort of went different directions. And I won't say there was a lack of love. We still have a lot of love for each other. I won't say there was a lack of friendship. We're still friends with each other. But I think she married too early, and I don't think I was ready either, even though I was 25 when I married. So I guess marriage comes with maturity in a lot of instances, unless you really, really know who you're marrying. But I went to school and I learned heating and air conditioning. I felt confident enough, I knew enough to do well enough at it to start having children. And we've had 2 kids, and they've been a lot of work, a lot of fun. Hi guys, love you too. I hope all the videos beyond this they aren't watching. I need you to understand who I am, because the next few videos for Citizen Patriot are going to be really me. And then I'll do one other for Wicked Thinker, and we'll go from there. Because the politics of America have changed, and they haven't changed for the better. It just keeps getting worse and worse. So the next couple of videos I'm going to get more focused on what needs to be said and what needs to be done. But for right now, my work ethic, we're going to start getting into some more personal stuff. So hang around, and I'll see you in my next video. Probably a couple hours. Don't just chill for it. But I'll see you real soon. See ya.